So show of hands if you are a licensed agent more than 5 years. Is there anybody not a licensed agent more than 5 years? 1, 2, 3. Wow, excellent. Who's been licensed more than 10 years? That's 2 hands for 10 years. Wow, there's a lot of you. Amazing. What about 15 years? Wow. All right, give yourselves a round of applause. Let's give our 15-year agents a round of applause. It's amazing. Who here wants to make more money this year? Yay. Yes. Oh, say it like you mean it. Yay. Awesome. Who here wants to make more money this year? Yay. Excellent. Who would like to do it with less work? Yay. Isn't that what we're doing? When I was watching Karen's slide just now, I was listening and I was watching and I was saying, wow, she's hitting my soul right now. I want to make more money. I feel like Grant Cardone all the time, like 10x my life, 10x my income. I just got back from Vegas with Grant. Dorina bought tickets. Anybody have a spouse? Yeah. Show of hands, spouse. So we're licensed agents, right? We have spouses, and sometimes they buy things with our permission, right? So Dorina loves Grant Cardone as well. She loves the fact that I love 10xing my income. I've been 10xing my income for a long time. And I've never bought diamond tickets. Does anybody know what those cost? How much? $15,000, yes. Yes. Has anybody ever spent $15,000 for a 3-day event? Somebody on stage has. Now, but here's the deal. They're not $15,000 if you buy them at 10x the year before. If you buy them at 10x the year before, you get the early bird special, which means they're how much, Dorina? 10,000. Or the 7,500? 7,500. So if you buy them at the event, you save money. Show of hands if you've noticed that. If you buy things at an event, you save money. I literally saw that on the screen today. I saw it on the screen. I forgot to grab the clicker, but since we got half of the screen up, I'm just going to throw the other half up there for you. So this is the niche to get rich. I know that I'm pronouncing niche wrong, but I'm doing it for a reason. It rhymes. Who's noticed that in your videos, if you say things that rhyme, titles that rhyme, people tend to watch them? Does anybody notice that? Well, we titled this The Rich to Get Niche because somebody smarter than me titled it. Karen decided that would be a good name. She was like, you know what, we could do it, The Niche to Get Rich. And she asked me to talk about niching because it's what I've been known for doing. I got really, really deep in a niche, super deep. In fact, I just had a conversation with Rob, who was on right before me. And, well, right before Karen. And remember Rob was talking about story branding, how we go from the start to the middle, and then we get to the end, and we like this whole emotional experience all the way through, and we can kind of visually see that. Well, he and I didn't know that we were connected with each other. No clue. He was on stage, I was connecting with him, he was connecting with all of us. And then we went to the VIP lunch, which, by the way, let's give Karen a big round of applause. She really took care of us. The Q&A session was fire. VIPs, show hands VIPs. That was fire, right? Fantastic. Fantastic. So we were getting some value. But right before she'd come up on stage, me and Rob had just connected and realized we were from the same area. Not only did he grow up in New York, but then Massachusetts, he went to college in the same exact place I went to college. And not only did then he mentioned all the cities he was living in Massachusetts, and one of them was a city named New Bedford. And when he said New Bedford, I was like, well, New Bedford? Dartmouth. Dartmouth? No way. All right, so then folks who know Massachusetts are about to judge me for where I'm from. So I'm from Fall River, which is, if you look at the state of Massachusetts, it's got like this big arm that comes out. Fall River is the armpit. So metaphorically and also location-wise. So it was the worst city to grow up in, worst city to be in real estate in, worst city to do anything in because nobody really gets out of Fall River. It's kind of the story and the joke of the city. And so I somehow fell in love with that. And I made that my niche. I made that city my space. I made that city my home. And then I invested in that city. And I made that city where I was going to build my brand and my career. And I knew nobody. Has anybody ever started in this business, a people business, knowing anybody? You've done that. Okay. Isn't that awkward? Yes. Yeah, also introvert. So the fact that I'm on this stage when Vito, when Vito was up here and he was like, oh, super introvert, like don't like being on stage. Oh man, cool. I'm glad you're getting out of the way so I don't have to, right? So now everybody can relate to me because we don't like being on stage. And yet, here I am and I'm very good at it. Because what I discovered is I can pay enough money to people who know what they're doing to teach me how to feel comfortable on stage. Show of hands if you recognize that's what I do. Yes. I also paid Grant Cardone $15,000 and he gave me 2 tickets. So I got to bring the beautiful Russian princess. Let's give her a round of applause for making sure that I spent the money to get myself into the room with the players. Right, when I talk about the niche to get rich, I knew I was going to do that today. When I talk about the niche to get rich, I want you to think about in your city, there is a niche. I'm going to teach you what it is today. I'm going to show you where it is. In your city, there is a niche. In your town, in your zip code, in your state, everybody's got this one niche. It's there all across this nation, all across this world. This niche exists in every single market. And it is the single niche that gets people the richest. It is the one where people make the most. Who here has been told, don't be a transactional agent? Show of hands. Don't be a transactional agent. Yes, I was told that too. And then they told me that I have to close 10 to 20 deals if I want to get money. If I even want to hit 6 figures, I got to close 10 to 20 deals a year. And then I started learning more stats. The average buyer buys one house every 7 years. Yes. And then I also discovered you have to work with at least 8 buyers in order to get somebody to close. Who's noticed that to be true? You're working with 8 buyers, maybe 1 close, unless you're working with hyper buyers, very good buyers. Unless you qualify them with your YouTube channel. If you qualify them with some sort of platform, your buyers tend to be much better buyers. Karen, is that true? Accurate? They come to you probably a 90% closing rate, isn't it? They come to you prepared. That word pre is important because you don't have to spend any time doing it. The asset, by the way, I'm a real estate investor as well. The asset is investing for you. Who here recognizes your videos are assets? They're called digital assets for a reason. They're out there working. Like Karen said, you're like singing to me when you're up here. In your sleep. The assets are working in your sleep. So I'm going to show you some stuff today. First, I got to go, I want to first encourage you and thank you for being a licensed agent. You are what builds millionaires. My prelude coming onto the stage talks about building 100 millionaires. I also like Grant Cardone, so I did the suit thing. It's a $2,500 suit, right? The most expensive article of clothing I have. I wasn't sure if is it the pants or is it the upper jacket that makes it so expensive? Like, which one's $1,500? Because I've been doing leg day every day for the last 129 days, and I'm starting to get tight around here, and I'm not sure if it's going to be expensive to get rid of this or just redo this whole top part. That's not a joke. That's some real life shit. So I apologize. The reason I focus on building millionaires is because I at one point was not rich. I at one point was from Fall River, and my family was not rich, and they were broke. And my parents went through a divorce, and when they went through that divorce, I made a promise that I would do whatever it took to figure out how money works. And then I made a commitment when I went through my own divorce that I would one day take that knowledge, when I figured it out, I would go out and teach as many people as I possibly could so that they never experienced the pain of having their entire lives ripped apart and taken away from them. And that's how I got into video. That's how I got into teaching and educating and making funny, quirky videos and being made fun of and having people judge you for who you are. It's how I posted my first picture naked on the internet. By the way, I've only done it once. It's one of those things you only have to do one time, right? And I did it last year. I did it to see, that I did it to share and to teach and say, hey, you know what? If I post a picture naked and I lose all my followers, then you're right. Then you're 100% right. You can make mistakes on the internet. But if I post this picture and all my followers, by the way, my followers are not broke people. These are high net worth individuals. If all my followers still support me, still believe in what I'm doing, still are watching my content, then I might be onto something. The truth that I think each one of you, and Karen already knows this, and each one of you is starting to discover, that no matter what, there is somebody out there who will love you, no matter what you do on stage, no matter what you do on camera, no matter what you do in that open house.